Hi everyone, Colin at Optimum Therapies again. This is part 3 of the 3-part chronic pain discussion videos. The first time we talked about the definition of acute versus chronic pain. The second video we talked about how we kind of assess someone with what we would call chronic pain, pain lasting more than 3 months. Specifically the kind of pain that is hard to really figure out where it's coming from. It seems to have come from not necessarily any kind of injury. So we had talked about pain being an experience, and of course, any experience is going to affect later experiences in life. So we had talked about how we assess someone's body's reaction to pain in a sense that if we've had a life that has been full of trauma of different kinds, emotional, physical, however that might be, that person's response to a physical pain, you'd say maybe more of a common injury, might be different than a person that didn't have as much trauma in their life. So today we're going to talk about how we start treating someone that way. So one of the things that I like to describe is what happens in your body if you were to be all of a sudden find yourself in a ring with a lion and the lion's trying to get you. Well, the most common things people think is fear, right? And what does fear do? Fear increases your heart rate, increases your breathing rate. It's going to increase blood flow to certain areas, specifically away from your postural muscles. So your core muscles is going to divert that blood flow to your big muscles of your legs, to your heart so it can beat faster, your lungs, and your parts of your brain for vigilance so you can be aware of the situation. The problem, and that's a great response. It's called the fight or flight. It's a great response in the body for protection. The problem is when that is a constant thing in someone's life. So if someone has had many traumas, or they're still under daily trauma. Again, maybe it's stress at work, stress at home, a bill that comes in the mail that you weren't expecting or can't afford. Like those kind of things are going to be constant stress that is going to cause your body to be in a constant state of fight or flight. So the problem becomes when that is consistent or long-standing. So we have kind of this adrenaline factor that's happening every day, and then the body starts to almost think that's a normal thing. So I had said that it diverts blood flow from things like your postural muscles, so that would make sense why then if your postural muscles don't have enough blood flow, they're going to become what we call ischemic. So they're going to end up being tight. They're going to end up being a little bit weak. Sometimes they just completely almost shut off and they don't hold us up. So that can cause things like tension headaches, tension in the lower back, that kind of thing. So that's one area that we can start treating kind of right away, is just teach someone how to breathe again. So take big breaths in and out to start engaging their core muscles again, try to divert that blood flow back to the core musculature and start to get those firing again. Other ways, real quick, to think about is just cognitive function too. So a lot of times people talk about being in a fog if they're under chronic fight or flight response in their life, and that is a frustrating thing for someone in pain. So in that, we can kind of determine in their life where are the areas of high stress, and can we kind of take some of those areas away from them in their life, or maybe cope with that a little bit better, which is going to all decrease the amount of time where our body is spending in that fight or flight response. So again, our body is made for protection, but if we're in that protective mode too long, that's just one component of why someone might have chronic neck, low back kind of pain. So if that speaks to you in any way, give us a call, 751-3064. Check us out on our website if you haven't already, and come on in. We can do an assessment and determine if PT is right for you. Thanks.